Good morning, good afternoon, and evening, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Yes, Dr. Sunny is giving a thumbs up. He's doing all right. I can see John now, probably in seconds. Yes. Hi, John. How are you? Thanks, Mercy, for the thumbs up. John, you're muted. You're on mute. Sorry.
I know. It doesn't like me.
Technology, I guess, likes nobody.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Everything great?
Have you got that thing?
I said everything great.
No, but the thing I sent you.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Hi Lee. Hi Judith. Octavia, how are you? Since we have a very small and tiny group today, so I will like to start with good morning, afternoon, and evening to all the fabulous people today, and welcome to a session that could ever well be a game changer for your life. So today we are diving into something more than just a concept, and it's a revolution, I would say, a lifestyle, and a ticket to one thing that we all crave deep down, which is freedom. Yes, you heard me right. Freedom in all its glory, freedom from paycheck to paycheck grind, from debts that weigh you down, and from a mundane 9 to 5 routine, and from the limits you've unknowingly placed on yourself. So, entrepreneurship is your golden key to breaking free and stepping into a life where you call the shots. And now, speaking of freedom and empowerment, it is my absolutely pleasure to introduce the one and only Dr. Sunny Ahonse. Dr. Sunny isn't just a leader, he is a trailblazer in showing how owning your own business in this dynamic industry can transform lives. He's here to spotlight the cutting edge BIP scan and the life enhancing ASEA product. It is a tool designed to elaborate not only your business, but also the lives of the people you serve. So, buckle up, all my friends, today. This session isn't just about the information and just here and there, it's about the inspiration, transformation, and taking those bold steps toward the ultimate prize, the freedom to design your life on your own terms. And without further ado, let's give a rousing round of applause to Dr. Sunny Ahonse as he takes the stage and shows us the way. Over to you, Dr. Sunny.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Thank you very much, Ash, for that sterling introduction and in terms of actually opening the platform for this morning. This platform, what is it really all about? Well, as you've heard from our host, it's all about education. Yes, we like to educate people. It's all about freedom. Yeah, freedom to do what you love from anywhere you live in the world. You have the ability to work with everybody, or you have a business of simplicity. But I tell you one thing, I've been running my own businesses over the last 40 years. Business is never a simple one. And it's not designed for many, many people to become entrepreneur. But it is designed for everybody to have the ability to own their own business, work on the back of, as I say, entrepreneur. And while you're learning, you're also earning. Isn't that amazing? What I'm going to do things differently this morning, right? I'm going to now leave you with just 5 minutes to send an invite to a friend, at least 5 friends on your WhatsApp. You just say to them, the invite you have received, just forward it to those 5 friends, and the music interlude will ensue. Ash, 5 minutes for everybody to send it to their friends, including myself, including you. Say, we are live joining. In 5 minutes, we are back, 10:15. Okay, welcome back, every single one on this particular platform today. I am sure you have sent out those invites, but the lesson for that is this. A lot of people find a lot of opportunities and they want to take it and close it into their own heart. Keep it from your friend, from your families. But you know what? The more and more you spread this information, the more you better yourself. Like I said, what is the purpose of this particular entrepreneurship program? Well, if I may just ask you right now, for those of you who really want to run their own business, come 2025, you want to run your own business in 2025, I'd like you to put number 1 in the chat box. You want to start your own business in 2025. All I want to say is number 1 in the chat box. Yeah, I was saying it once. I haven't seen any yet. Until I see one. Okay, they're coming. Very good. And for me, it's 1 times a million. Okay, I'm sure you see my 1111. This is what this game is all about. It is a Saturday morning. People are so busy. People are so distracted. Yet, they're complaining that they don't have money. And they see the other person driving a nice car out there, or somebody going on holiday. They say, oh yeah, they're doing drugs. No, they're not. They just have a very, very unique business that you don't know about. Now, that unique business of gold is right here on this particular platform. Some of you have not realized it yet. Yes, we go to work every single day working for somebody. You must wake up, whether you like it or not, that cold morning, that hot day, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 7 days a week. That's the reality of it. We're glad to work for somebody. Why? Because he's the one or she's the one actually paying us for our time. We exchange our time for the money they will give us. How money do you generate? How much do you generate for that business? Well, you might generate $1 million and they pay you 20, 30,000 pounds a year, even 100,000 pounds a year. Possibly. And in a lifetime, the average statistics show that people work for a period of 40 years and they end up, their salary increase is not more than 20% for the whole 40 years. Can you imagine what we're talking about here? Let's say as a young graduate, your salary starts from 30,000 pounds a year. It can be 30,000 shillings. It can be 30,000 rubles, any 30,000 a year. If you have to double that amount, right? Let's say 100% increase in the next let's say 10 years. Remember how much you started with? £10,000. But research actually shows that you don't earn more than 20% of your beginning salary for a period of 20 to 30, 40 years. In fact, this is demonstrated in the case of UK government. 1% on average a year, somebody is paid 1%. In fact, some 2-3 years pass by without even getting an increase. Just do the mathematics. Let's just say you started with £30,000 and that salary doubled for your working life after 20 years. That's going to be £60,000. And just imagine the rate of inflation, the rate of everything else that goes by over that 30. And if you receive an increase of 100%, which is going to be 30,000 over a period of 20 years, that's 1,500, if that, on top of your income. And guess what? The longer you stay with your employer, what happened to your experience? What happened to the way you work? Hopefully, if it's like mine, it would have increased. If it's like mine, you're a gain more experience and you would have been, you gain and optimize your level of expertise in the business. We're not saying that it is wrong to work with for someone, but what we're saying, you can actually work with someone whereby you're rewarded proportionately to the effort that you put in. That's what our platform is all about. It's proportionate. You're rewarded according to what you're doing. So the caption for 2025 is, are you willing to do what you love? Not because you are pushed to do it, as we forced to go to work every single morning. And you want to get out of that blanket. Oh, it's just so cold out there. You don't really want to move your head. But would rather not be better, you can actually do that in the comfort of your duvet. Just send out information about people, about your business globally. That's what I do every morning. I just send 5,000 people, 3,000 people. Some may not respond now, but believe me, in a year's time, in 2 years' time, they will respond because we are getting that sort of response from time to time. People who have not even communicated with me over the last 3, 4 years, 5 years. And they say, yes, you're doing a great job. They notice it, but they're not yet active participant. And is it not the case, even with normal TV advertisement? Some product may be out there for months, days, weeks, years. You never even take any notice of it until one day clicks. Say, wow. A lot of things pass us by and we never notice them until a day comes, it clicks, just like that. Once it clicks, you say, yes, I remember right now. Isn't that amazing? This is what we're talking about here on this particular platform. Ability for you to work through those jungle, those terrain of running your own business. In fact, you can combine it effectively with your normal 9 to 5, because this business of being an entrepreneur is all about people. If you check all the big companies around the world, their strength is people. The way they connect with you, provide their own services, and you are willing and able to buy into the services that they provide. That's what made the difference. Here on the platform, education, freedom, do what you love from wherever you are and any time of the day or of the night or of the evening. And you earn while you are going through this education. Now, just imagine you work for somebody for 30, 40 years, which is great. And you have no freedom. Yes. But all it takes to run your own business, on average, is 3 to 5 years. If you really focus on it, work hard at it, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you will have created an empire of people, connection, that they themselves would have actually replicated exactly the same thing over and over. Then your team grows. Here we have a team building business. You're not just doing it on your own, but we're using OPE, other people's effort. And we have to put S in bracket for that, synergy. You're working with other people and you are benefiting them, they're benefiting you. So there's a mutual benefit, symbiotic relationship in a process. Is that something of interest that you really want to take very seriously in terms of the entrepreneurship program? As our host mentioned, it's not just by passively coming through, but actively taking part. All the invite we actually send you, what do you do with it? To be honest, have you ever forwarded to one single person and you expect to grow your business? Does it work that way? Or just try with your employer. You go to work one day. I know a lot of employers are giving a lot of flexibility. Now you can work from home for some of the days. And you only open your camera to the office once a month. Your employer will be so glad, wouldn't he? Be so happy with you. Say, wow. Well, I didn't need to say the rest of the thing that the employer might possibly do in the process. Or you open a shop. What are you going to be selling? Well, anything. A restaurant, boutique, hair salon, general merchandise, your Tesco, Balfour, ShopRite. You only open your shop one day a week, just for an hour or two. It could be rest assured that it could be assured that you're not going to make a lot of profit. Now, this business is about you. It's not about anyone else. It's about you. What are you willing to do for yourself? Yeah, we'll mention about freedom. And we'll mention it on this particular platform. Yes, freedom to do what you love. The best gift, I'm telling you right now, the best gift you can ever give to somebody over this festive season the Christmas and the New Year, the best you could ever give is give somebody the opportunity to run their own business from 2025. That's the best gift. I'm telling you. You know, anytime somebody signs up and say, yes, I think I can understand this business of entrepreneurship. I'm going to sign up. My heart just joy for something. You know why? Because that person has seen the way it should be. And it's not just about signing up. It's not just about coming on board. It's all about coming along, bringing the people with you. There's so many people who are looking for this opportunity, but they don't know because we live in an imperfect world. The world is not perfect. Information is not flowing correctly to everybody. So when you get access to this peculiar and unique information, source of running your own business, share it because you're not in a competition with anyone. In fact, you are in a completion position with everyone. Can you see? That's what made the difference. Don't compete, but complete the process. That's what this entrepreneurship does. Yeah, the road to become an entrepreneur, the terrain is very, very hard. It's tough. But what this platform is doing for you, the entrepreneurship program, is to make that easy. Is to make that comfortable. Is to remove all the hurdles, the natural hurdle, the organic hurdle that many entrepreneurs face in setting up a business. Let's just review that for a moment. What the entrepreneurs, what they go through. Ideation, idea of what to do. What can I really do? They're thinking. They come up with a formula, and that takes them a year or two, or even 6 months. Then they have to look for money. Where do I get the money from? How much is it going to cost me? 10,000 pounds, 10,000 rubles, $10,000, 10,000 French franc, yeah, of your own currency. Okay. They acquire the premises with the money that they have. And what's the next stage that they are faced with? Well, they're faced with what product and services do we going to be providing? What is the product? What are the services we're going to be rendering? They got the product, they got the service. Okay. How do we get the customer? How do we get this business advertised? For us to get the customer that we want. They beg all the media platform, the social media, Facebook, the TikTok, keep on hopefully processing information into this particular platform. And you start the advertising. Remember what I said earlier, that it could take 20, 30, even 40, even more than that time for somebody to listen to one particular advert for it to reach their own consciousness. They say, oh, they notice that advertisement. already you spent a lot of time, a lot of money. That's another hurdle. Maintaining this particular level of customers, that's another hurdle. And the other hurdle is O, P, E, on personal effort. You work so hard, no synergy, no support. And maybe you say, okay, let me bring in other employees. Well, research has shown that is any environment, a lot of employers are not, they don't like their employer. They only like the money that they are going to be paid at the end of the month. That's the reality. We're not patronizing anyone. We're not saying that a lot of employers are bad, but that's the reality of it. And I can tell you that over 40 years of experience. Some are just there just to fill up the desk, the table. That's why my business model right now is you have to work and you participate and you enjoy the benefit. Yeah, we're all are in our company, we're all entrepreneurs, all of us. And we get paid what comes in. If nothing comes in, then we don't receive anything. But if something comes in abundantly, you're not only going to get a double amount of your income over a period of 30 years, you get that over a period of 12 months. Can you see the difference? That's what made the difference. On this our entrepreneurship platform, you don't need to dwell a lot on how you're going to get the idea, because we've already got the idea. We hash the idea. The idea is already working. We made that, we give that to you as part of the training, part of the education. That's what your subscription pays. Your subscription is covered on the education that we provide. Your subscription is covered on the training for the product and services that you need. We've already got the product for you. We've already got the services for you. What are the products? Well, number one is by inviting other people to be on the platform for the training, for the education. You've already just sold a training package. That's how easy it is. When I invite John, John said, okay, let me have a go. John buys a package of £50, £250, £650. The company pays John for bringing me on board as one of the students of entrepreneur on the platform. Does John have to put on his head, selling any product, looking for customers all around? No, he just invited a friend. The friend said, okay, yeah, I can do this. I can invite other friends and you get paid. No product to carry, no monthly overhead costs. Can you see? You don't need to go and hire a fixed location. No, you don't need any of those. And the income I generate, part of the income I generate, John gets paid part of that. And I'll go away, I'll go and bring Barbara. Barbara then said, okay, let me subscribe to the entrepreneurship program. And in fact, I have my own product and services I want to market to the entrepreneur, to the platform, because you're allowed to do that. So, really? Say yes. This is what happens. Barbara then come along. and pays a subscription to be educated, to be given the products and services. I get paid, John get paid also for Barbara's purchase of the educational package. Barbara said, this is interesting. Sonny is paid, John is paid. Let me go and bring Ahmed. Ahmed listened to it. He said, this sounds very good. I don't have any product to carry. I don't have any monthly overhead expenses. I don't have to employ anybody who is not willing to work anyway, but they're just willing to take my money every single month. Because this business, you have unpaid employees who are working with you and for you. But don't get me wrong, because you're also working for them by actually educating and helping them. This is what this platform is doing. So Ahmed came along, Barbara gets paid, Sonny gets paid, John gets paid again. And where is Ahmed? Ahmed is based in Afghanistan. Barbara is based in Ethiopia. John is based in South Africa. Sonny is based in Mauritius. We are all scattered all over the world, and we are doing business seamlessly. Can you see what this platform is actually promoting? Is it now getting into your own consciousness to see, wow, this is an amazing business opportunity? This is what I've actually been overlooking. This is what has not actually come to my consciousness all this time. And while you're doing that, you can still combine it with your 9 to 5, with your 5 to 5, because it's all about people. That's what this platform provides. What else does it freedom actually gives you? Well, then John decided to go on holiday to the Cayman Island or to the Bahamas. John gets there on the beach and he meets some group of people from Ecuador. He said, hey guys, how are you? Where are you from? They said, oh, we're from Ecuador. And John said, oh yeah, I'm from the Bahamas of London. Oh, wow, London. What do you do? Well, I'm an entrepreneur, a global entrepreneur, educating people to set up their own business and they get paid in the process. Oh, how does that work? John started explaining. Out of 10 of them, 5 straight away bring out their credit cards and say, look, we want to become. Guess what has happened now? John is on holiday enjoying himself, but he's actually doing business in the process. Now, John has a business in Ecuador. Those Ecuadorians now go to a country in Zimbabwe on holiday. They were there. They meet a group of other tourists from Japan, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from London, from America, from all over the world. They start talking over, a drink of wine or lager, enjoying themselves. Those Ecuadorian, Jorge, brought in, they started introducing themselves. What do you actually do? Jorge would say, I'm a global entrepreneur, educating people to run their own business anywhere they are in the globe. Really? The guy from Japan actually picked up that idea. He said, oh, okay. I like to be one of the group of these entrepreneurs. Bring out his credit card. He said, I want to go for the top, the £650. Jorge is on holiday. When Jorge signed up June, which is the name of the lady from Japan. June now signs up. Osita, also from Japan. Osita now signed up somebody, Melissa from South Africa. Melissa from South Africa signed up from Dubai. Can you see? John's business is growing globally. This is crazy, it's incredible. You just need to sit down and properly plan your business. You have gold mine in your own pan. Just need to rub it. Don't even need to dig too hard for it because the platform has already done it for you. Done it. Before you know it, your business just grows and grows and grows. Every single year, when everybody renew their membership, which they will, 90%, if not 100, will renew their membership. Why? Because they're being paid just by educating other people. Simplicity of the business. And this is not a business whereby you have to pay recurring expenses. You have to keep on paying for rates and rent, electricity. No, you don't even need to employ anybody unless you wanted to, even when you're earning £1 million a year. You don't need to. Why? Because you have unpaid assistants. You don't pay them. They all get paid. Every single person get paid according to their performance. Can you see? This is what this business is all about. Take it seriously. Just as seriously you would have taken if you're working for somebody else. You don't loiter around. You don't waste time. You don't come in late. You have to catch that bus at 9:15 every single morning for 30, 40 years. You have to catch that train. You have to go through the bustling, hustling of the city. But with this entrepreneurship program, 90% of it is done remotely, virtually. It's a network of other people and the other people and the other people, all connected together, connectivity. And you're bouncing on the idea of other people. Because very soon we're going to go into question and answer for this, the second segment of this particular. You want to run a business? What idea do we have? So this platform is all about freedom. You're educating people and you get paid in the process. Every day, every time. And you have a global business in the process. Global. Because you have your team, unpaid employees who are working with you. They're not working for you, you remember, this time around. They're not working for you. They're working with you. And that's the best position to be in. You work with. Don't work for me. Because if you're working for me, you're making money for me. If you're working with me, you make money for yourself, and I also help you to make money at the same time. How? Because the continuous education that I provide to you as one of my teams, and what you provide to your team and their team and their team, there is a snowball ripple effect on everybody. Everyone benefits in the process. Can you see what we're doing here? You just need to pay that little attention, believe me. that little attention that is as big as the head of a monster grain, you know, a little tiny grain of the millet or the mustard seed. That's all they need. Because with that, beside the illustration that John made on this platform a few months back, you throw a needle, you throw inside the water, just shoot, goes into the water. What happens? You got all the ripple effect. That little head of the needle has actually had a lot of impact on so many body of water in that particular sea or ocean. That's what happens. You have opportunity now to empower yourself with this entrepreneurship program. What do you get? Education. Freedom to do what you love from anywhere you want to do it. Freedom to move around. Freedom out of poverty. Freedom out of ignorance. And the freedom for you to meet and mingle with so many other entrepreneurs around the globe. Now, we use the illustration of one of you, Barbara this time, want to go on holiday to Ecuador. On the platform, we have a lot of entrepreneurs in Ecuador. I'm in Ecuador on Monday, the 19th of November, arbitrary date. Oh, Jorge will say, yes, we'll be willing and we'll pick you up from the airport. Can you imagine you're going to a location where you already know people? You're part of the same tribe. That's what this platform does for you. And part of the product that we do on the entrepreneurship program is we have our own product, which you don't even have to sell. Don't need to touch a single product. Just provide the educational information and people buy into the education. Guess what happens? You get paid. Oh, a friend of mine is not well. He got a terminal illness. Oh, I remember Dr. Sunny was saying one time, we have some product that can help this particular person. Ah, okay. Let me see if I can really place an order for that particular product and use it to help my friend, my members of my family, or as the case may be. Or I need to have a second set of opinion with some of our doctors around the globe. Oh, I remember Sunny was saying in Ecuador, we have some doctors, we have some clinics. You type in and you connect that doctor with the other friend in Ecuador. Can you see? There's what is called cross-fertilization of activities and benefit in the process. Can you imagine in your mind's eyes what this platform does? So many universities around the globe, so many organizations around the globe are promoting entrepreneurship. If you really ask them, you said, what do you actually provide for your entrepreneurship program? You say, we teach you how to do business plan. We teach you how to do the marketing. We teach you how to do that. And what's next? But what we do here, we're not only teaching you, we also provide you with those products and services. Even the education and training for all the other entrepreneurs, that in itself is a product. Can you see? This is all differentiate. And our host mentioned earlier that we're trailblazers. Nobody does exactly what we're doing. Entrepreneurship galore. It's all over. University, they teach them. Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard, Kyoto University, Missouri University, all the different universities. But graduates come out of those universities on entrepreneurship program, listen to this, and they're still looking for a job. Can you see? That's not a complete training, is it? Really and truly. Because when you study entrepreneurship, you should come out, graduate, and start up your own business. But with us, you don't even need to graduate. From day one, we start training you, we start teaching you, we start supporting you. We already brought you products and services. We set up a platform for you, a complete ecosystem. If you don't have a product, don't worry. Don't need to sell anything. If you don't have a service, don't worry. What you're selling is just the information, education of our platform. People sign up. What would you get these people from? For them to subscribe to the platform. Get them from your Facebook, from LinkedIn, Twitter. If you have a son, a child, 14, 15-year-old, they can design all these things for you. We can even design it for you. We have the platform whereby we design that all works for you, and you just start posting into the system. I'm going to ask Ash to show it. This is my business card, right? I'm going to show that business card in a moment. Traditionally, when you give out your business card, it's when you meet people face to face. But now we're changing the whole narratives. Can you see? Change the whole thing all around. Where are you staying? You're staying in the Bahamas. You're staying in Port Harcourt, in Nigeria, Accra, Kumasi, Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, Bolivia in South America, Ecuador, Germany, Moscow, anywhere in the world. You simply send that to your Facebook, to your LinkedIn. People just scan your QR code to get all the information, and they're willing to sign up. Yes. They just follow the link. You got somebody for education. And they pay their subscription, you get paid. So you can see what we're opening up here is a very, very unique business opportunity that many organizations like Facebook, Twitter, when they have it in terms of their businesses, they keep it to themselves. They don't share with the public. But here we are saying, come up together, all of us. What businesses do we have? Well, we have the business of education for that entrepreneur, we get paid. You want to become a distributor of healthcare products? We have that business. We want to become insurance, we want to sell insurance products and services. We have that product. In January, we bring on board a life and medical insurance. Research have shown that in the UK, for example, a lot of people actually, when they pass, they have not been able to set up an insurance. They bring a lot of burden on their families. They have not had any saving because average funeral cost is about £6,000. And if you want to be buried rather than being cremated, it can go up to 11, 12,000 pounds. I had that case in case of my mom who passed away recently. We spent about 13,000 pounds. So my mom didn't want to be cremated. She just wanted to be buried. That was our wish. If we didn't have any insurance policy, can you imagine that would have been the burden? So we're bringing on board an insurance product to the platform from January. So this platform provides you with a complete ecosystem of activity where you can sell to other people will sell to you. All the members all benefit from exchange of services, educating themselves and being educated, and we all get paid in the process. Can you see what we're doing here? Okay, you have property you want to sell. You want to do Airbnb, rental accommodation. All our members all over the world, you can market to them because their first point of contact is to come to our platform, the entrepreneurship platform, to buy the services of other members. Number one, they've already trusted you because you're from the same tribe, the entrepreneurship tribe, globally. You're already familiar. We already have ethics. We already know exactly all the different things that is actually taking place. The trust line, the baseline of trust has already been established. Can you see? This is what this platform provides. It's not just about coming in. Yes, great when you come in, but you only useful to you if you're really productive to yourself as a reality. Yeah, you're not alone, you're not lonely. Yeah, 64% of people in Britain are suffering from loneliness. That's what the research is showing. And they may want a platform like this just to get, exposure to the outside world. That's not what you're doing this for. You're doing this for you to be able to be very active, participative in terms of what we're doing here. You can only be that, you can only benefit if you are actually active. It's all about activity, put it into practice. What's the point of going to the college of being a pilot? Then you keep the certificate under the mattress and you sleep on it all day long. That's not going to get you anywhere. Keep the certificate at home and you go to Emirates, you apply as a pilot. Every day you're flying to different countries around the globe. No good, going to University of Lagos as a medical doctor. Then you put that certificate under the pillow, you sleep on it all day long. That ain't good. You need to be active looking after the patient. Then you attended a university on business studies. People always say, oh yeah, I've done business studies. Okay. Have you been able to set up your own business then? They're looking for a job. These are the people we're targeting now, that you don't need to look for a job. You can market to over 8 billion people on the planet. With our entrepreneurship program, it doesn't cost you anything. In fact, it gives you a lot of joy. For me, I look forward to it every single day. All right. When Saturday comes, particularly in the morning, I wake up, I say, yes, today I have something to share with all the teams globally. On Wednesday, we have something to share with everybody about their health and wellness. And from January, we have something to share about your health insurance. Can you imagine? Your medical insurance, critical illness insurance. And we have a travel company that's coming to be part of us. So you want to book your holiday, anything you want to do, anything is human endeavor. But what happens, however, is we all get paid from all those connections. Can you see what we're talking about here? All those connections, we get paid. Isn't that amazing? From January, we're setting up a global pool of fund from all this subscription payment. And this subscription payment is, that fund is going to be used to develop and train a lot of other entrepreneurs around the globe. We might have, let's say we have £5,000. We'll say, okay, we're going to Rwanda, for example. We set up a meetings in Rwanda, and a Rwanda entrepreneur will use that fund to fly in some of the managers. This is not just about going on holiday. It's all about holidaying in education, in educating other people in other countries, for them to see and for them to hear and for them to act in the field of entrepreneurship. So when we're talking about entrepreneurship, we're not using it in the context and the way that people actually use it, in a very flippant, in a very undiluted way. We're talking about active entrepreneurship, being active, working hard, and having impact on the life of other people. You always see a lot of people. I'll go to so many conferences. I get invited to so many conferences every single day. Like today, I'll go invited to about 3 of them, right? And tomorrow I have another 3. And Zoom call, believe me, I'm sure you also have a lot of Zoom calls as well. Even while you're listening to this now, I have other 5 Zoom calls, but this is my priority. And today I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to rest today. After this particular presentation, today is my Sabbath day. For 6 days you shall work, and the 7th you shall rest. Now I'm only joking. Yeah, this is my joy. This is the joy of my heart. Just talking to all of you here. And technology brings about proximity. Wherever you are, we are in the same room, same classroom, being educated. Listen to all of this. And all of you will have opportunities, and in terms of how your business, what you've heard for today, what is your own evaluation, what steps are you going to take personally in order to grow your business. Now, I'm going to ask Ash to show the 1 or 2 first slides about the introduction of this particular program, about freedom. I'm going to just show that. Freedom from what? And we'll share with you different type of potential entrepreneurs, right? This is all we have. Freedom, freedom. Freedom from what? Can you see? From poverty. People are poor. even people earning 50, 60,000. And they were doing a program on, was it Sky News or BBC, that in London, if you earn £50,000, you cannot even rent a room, let alone buying a house. 50, 60,000, you know, that's a lot of money when I was growing up. Yeah, my family, I remember we bought our first house in the 80s, early part of the 80s, with just a very, very small amount, 4-bedroom house for £19,000. And people consider it to be a lot of money at the time, 83, 84. Yes. £19,000. And today that house was about 3 million. And now somebody is earning £50,000 cannot even rent a room. Yes. People who are even educated, they are in a white collar job or blue collar job, whatever you want to call it. 50,000 is nothing. Doesn't lead you anywhere. But when you have your own business on top of that 50,000, on top of that 30,000, your business grows in size and in proximity, because you're always going to have John, you're going to have Barbara, you're going to have Aisha, you're going to have Patrice that are working with you to develop and expand your business globally. This is what we offer you. The gold mine is in the center stage of this particular platform. You don't need to dig. Just pick it up and go. People are ignorant or agnostic. Yeah, this is not to patronize anyone, but that's the reality of it. They don't know what to do. And there are no good advisors because they themselves are not properly advised. They're not properly educated. How can you educate somebody who is not educated? It's impossible. The die of ignorance. And with ignorance lead to poverty. Debts. Total overwhelmed with debts. Credit card payment is a cycle of a hamster. Never find a way out of that situation. Are you in that position? This program will take you out of poverty. This program will educate you. That's what your subscription covered. This program will help you to come out of the situation of being indebted to your creditors. It's good to have debt, but good debts are good. If you use the debt to buy a house, it's a good debt that you rent out. It's a good one. That's what is called leverage, hedging. Again, this platform provides you with that education. Freedom from working from any fixed location. Financial challenges and difficulties. This is what this platform, this is what education on this platform is given. I'm sure you're taking down some notes. This is not today of just going through slides of PowerPoint, but today it's all about speaking and speak of wisdom. Let's look into the category of people that we found, right? And see, take out this one, and you can use it as part of your discussion when we open the forum for discussion in a moment. Just open it. How many category or the different category for people, potential entrepreneur? They really want to be an entrepreneur. They really want to run their own business. But look at the category they may fall into. Ash, if you could just demonstrate that for us. Please. Yeah, we want to take you out of all of that and we want to bring you in here. Mark very carefully, which of these do you belong? You have money, but you don't have the idea of what business to do. Well, what are they giving you the business? The business of educating other entrepreneurs. When you get a student, we pay you a percentage of their subscription, of their education, of their training. That's all your subscription covered. Those who have an idea, they have ideas, but they have no money. So, well, you don't need to set up a big conglomerate. You don't need to spend £5,000 or 5,000 CFA, 5,000 rubles, 5,000 rupees, India or Pax rupee. No, you don't need none of those at all. You can start your own education business in entrepreneurship with practical support and every full of ecosystem as little as. We'll see it in a moment. The third one is those who do not know what to do. These are people who are working 9 to 5, 9 to 9. Just okay, you don't need to worry. Continue with your 9 to 5. There's no harm in that. But we can support you. Build a business for you. Education in entrepreneurship, and you get paid. Or you may already be running your own business. Or you just set up a business. And you have no customers. You said, okay, no problem. We can help you. Bring the business to the platform, and we will help you to market it. Existing business, the clients are declining. Okay, we'll use all the social media and everything else. Your business will boom, but you need to make time for it yourself. You need to maintain focus. You need to do a plan. Or an overused statement, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And it's overused. Even people who use it don't even have a clue in terms of the importance of that particular statement. Plan it. Make it real. Make it a reality. Sustain it by going through the education and the ecosystem that we provided on this particular platform. Spread it to other people so that they will benefit. Don't keep it to yourself, because the greater the empire we're creating, the greater the benefit for the many in the process. This is not about me keeping a secret away from you so that you are not going to catch up with me. No. We are in an Olympic context, but we're not competing. We're completing the whole process of doing business. We're not competitors. We're completers. In that phrase in the English dictionary, if it's not there before, it's dead now. Or you're running the same business again and again. Customers are dissatisfied, they're dwindling away, they're declining. Again, we can revitalize our business for you. We help you to create a video. Once the video is created, guess what happens? We can promote that video on our own platform. We can market your product, your insurance product, your healthcare product, any product on my own LinkedIn. I have over 20,000 members on my LinkedIn. When you link to me, you can actually, repost onto my own and your own. We're creating business opportunities and possibilities for all of you and for all of us in the process. Can you see? This is what this platform does for you. It's a platform of education. And a lot of people, as you said earlier, ignorance. They're not educated. Not because they're not educated academically at the university. We're talking about functional education here. As you could see, a lot of entrepreneurs are not necessarily going to universities. No, that's what they need. They just need a little bit of support here and there, and they're riding on their own. But here, we're not just giving it to select few, we're giving it to the select many of the people, including you and you. Okay, how much is our subscription package? Have a look at this subscription package. $649.99. Or $249.99. Or you can even start with being an associate. As an associate entrepreneur, you start your business, your education business in entrepreneurship, as little as £50. Do you know, when you put in the blueprint into action of what we're teaching you, that £49.99 will turn into £10,000, £20,000, £30,000, 40, 50, 100 a year, just with £49.99. Yes, that's the reality. Obviously, we don't guarantee anything of that nature. You have to put in the effort. But what business would you start with £49.99, £50 that will give you up to £100,000? But this platform, putting in the effort, if you put in the same or half, a fraction of the effort we put in terms of working for somebody 9 to 5, over a period of 4 or 5 years, your $49.99 annual subscription could give you up to 100,000 and beyond. Or if you're a little bit, you said, okay, let me try it with being a senior entrepreneur. $249. Or you really, really want to go to blue, full-blown entrepreneur, you go for the $649.99. Can you see what we're doing here? And these are annual subscriptions. They're not monthly. Somebody sent to me the other day, I think 2 days ago, he said, oh, people don't really understand this business, and they had to pay every year £50, £650. I said to the person, I was very polite. I said, you don't understand this business. He said, if it's a traditional network marketing company, yeah, I can understand it. I said, a lot of network marketing company, you don't start for less than 2, 3, 4, 500, £1,000. And they make you to pay compulsorily a monthly purchase of your product, because that's the way they make money. They say you have to start consuming the product yourself. They make you to pay average about £150 a month, every month. And here we're saying, no, you only pay £50 for the whole year for your education, and invite other people to have their education. What product do you have to sell? None. What service do you have to provide? None other than this. Just we design your own business card for you. You just send it to all your social media. And when you go on the conferences, you give your card away. Patrice and I just came back from Birmingham 2 days ago. Right, we were there for 2 days. I was there for 3 days. The amount of people we meet, it was incredible. Seriously, it was incredible. And we met a lady who is the ambassador of all the Latino in the whole of the UK. And we're having a conference with her tomorrow in London. inviting over 1,000 people, and he wants me to come and speak to this particular crowd of entrepreneurship, how people can replicate and start their own business. Can you see? This is the opportunities and the possibility that this particular platform actually provides you. Or you go for the executive. From January, we are developing enormous amounts of packaging for the executive members, special advanced training program that only those who are within that bracket will have the opportunity of attending those training programs. Taking them with us to different countries, to South Africa, to Rwanda, to Germany, to France, the Dominican Republic, and different parts of the globe. Look at all the benefits. But what's the major difference between the senior and the executive from the associate? Well, as a senior, you get a free scan. Yeah, our scan technology, the new one will be coming out very, very soon. Believe me, you're gonna love this. It's incredible. It's crazy. Being updated to the advanced level. I know some people are already booked and they're waiting, but you're not gonna be disappointed when it comes out. And as an associate, rather than you pay £480, you get it for $120. How about if you're a senior? As a senior, you get one for free, and you pay $120 for all the other ones. So that in itself is a business for you. How? You can actually sell it for 150, for 200, 300, but you only buy from us for 120 for the subsequent ones. Can you see? This is how you generate. In January, we're going to have the bio-natural clinics, whereby you can become, listen to this, you have not even seen anything yet. You can become a franchisee of that clinic, whereby we set up the whole thing for you. The product, the services, everything you need to do is set up for you. The package is coming. It will blow your intellect. So, wow, it's amazing. But you just have a budget for the first year. This is what I say to everybody. A budget for the first year of £5,000. That's all you need to do. You get a whole global franchise of all the products. We supply you every single month free into your own system. Yeah, that package is coming. It's going to come second week in January. 2025, we want to make over 50,000 entrepreneurs who are going to be relying on their own. Remember, our target is 1 million by 2030. Fully kitted out shop virtually, or if you want to go on the high street, you can go on the high street if you wanted to. Fantastic arrangement. But when you become an executive, apart from enjoying so many other benefits, you get free scan for free and 120. So again, you can sell unlimited. Of the 480 for 120, 150, the margin is yours. These are incredible. And when it comes to the referral commission, when we are paying referral commission for education subscription that people pay, let's say you are an associate and you sign up John, who is signing up as executive, $649. That's what John is paying to become an executive entrepreneur. We pay you up to 20% of that subscription for John's education for the whole year. We'll pay you up to 20% of $649. How much is 20% of $649? Right? You work it out. £120 just for one person signing up. But because you are an associate, that percentage referral commission is limited to £4.99. Can you see? This is a drawback, one of the drawbacks of being an associate. But you get so many of the other benefits. You can always upgrade and increase your subscription. How about if you sign up as a senior? Well, rather than you getting 120, and that again is limited to, can you see? But if you are an executive and you saw the educational package for, as an executive for $649, you get paid the full referral commission of up to 20%. Can you see? Amazing, amazing packages. And so many other benefits that accrue to all the different packages. It's like you're on a plane, first class, yeah, they pay a bit more money, but they got a little bit more, you know, exquisite attention. And business class equally receives more than the economy class. Nothing wrong with economy class. At the end of the day, the object, you're getting to the destination, Dubai. You're getting to the destination, Lagos. You're getting to the destination, Addis Ababa. That's a reality. First class passenger will get there. They may have a priority. Okay, so what? And sometimes you can always upgrade anyway in flight. So I hope some of you have made sense of what we are talking about this morning in terms of how you can promote your business, how you can become one of the entrepreneurs, and what are some of the benefits the entrepreneurship program actually provides you. Having your own business in the comfort of wherever you are, whenever you are able to do it. It does not require a lot of other multiple activity that typical entrepreneurs do. Yes, typical entrepreneur, they go through the grit, they go through the grind, they go through the difficulties, the challenges. This is the reality of real entrepreneur, what it does. What this platform provides is to remove all those turbulence, all those challenges, all those difficulties that we as original organic process. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pass back on to our host, who will be taking questions from individuals, and we're going to just walk straight through. Then we'll finish a little bit early today at 5 p.m. Back to you now, Ash.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunny. And thank you for sharing your brilliance and for showing us like how to turn vision into reality. Your insights are always game-changing for us. Thank you so much for today. Yes, anybody, any comments or questions?
And in fact, who wants to open their own account right now, we can do that registration right away.
Who would like to? John, would you like to say something?
Of course.
Of course.
I'm Irish. I'm always good. We're always talking.
Of course.
Look, what holds people back? It's a fear of success. Because the more success you have, the more failure you have to fight against all the time. Everything we do is driven by a basic survival instinct, same as every other animal on this earth. When you try to, well, and let's go to entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a middleman, man in the species sense, you know. So there's something here, thing to be sold, and here's the buyer. And here you are, the middleman. And we have a basic fear of rejection. And sales is very much overcoming your fears of rejection by being in a mindset of success. Because if you're going to be rejected, you're going to be rejected. But if you walk away and then you've failed in, and this isn't just in sales, this is in every thing we do in life. It's much of what we do is trying to turn dangers of rejection into probabilities of success, of acceptance. And you have to get over yourself. The psychology of sales is fascinating. Some people, it's going to change you. Once you're a success, it changes you. It changes the dynamics in your family, in your society, in your friends, in your company. And once you've got a success, in walks fear of failure. You have to be willing to accept that you are more than just a piece of a jigsaw puzzle of society. Because there are plenty of jigsaw puzzles out there. What is your life about? There is not, there never has been, and there never will be another you. That's a fact of life. That's indisputable. What are you here for? To make other people successful? Why? Because you don't want to take on the responsibilities of being yourself? Because, I mean, that's tough, but that's what it's for. Remember, also, the world is changing all the time. What's your survival plan? What's your survival plan? What have you got in your back pocket that's going to keep you going? Because you've got AI coming in, which is going to take a lot of jobs. You've got population explosions everywhere. You've got a lot of what they call the global overshoot footprint, means that everything is going to get more and more and more and more and more expensive. So you have to ask yourself, who is going to run my life? Well, for me, it's I will run my life. And this should be you as well, because if you're not running your life, you're vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, that's very dangerous as things become more and more difficult. You know, populations are growing, prices are increasing. The stuff we rely on, foodstuffs, air, water, fuel, whatever, is all getting very expensive. And there's a lot more competition for it, because expense is competition. And you can't just sit back and think, oh, it doesn't affect me, it's just happening over there. No, it's not, it's happening to you. Take control of your life. I've seen so many people who haven't. Remember, you are unique. The good Lord didn't put you here just to, you know, get born, get your nappies changed, go to school, get old, pop your clogs. You are important. You're important to yourself and you're important to everybody else. So take that on board. Don't be afraid of being yourself. You are going to get rejection in times of this life, and you have a survival instinct that kicks in. So you have this fear of success because you have a fear of failure. It's a dualistic world. So think about it. Here's an opportunity to be in charge of your life. And there is the good side as well, that you go out and helping people. But take control of your life. It terrifies me to see so many people who just think it's just going to be okay. It's an infantilized society. You have to grow up. You have to take charge of your life. And if you do some good for other people on the way, fine. But for the moment, just put yourself first. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tom. Okay, yes, so my question to everybody will be, we would love to hear your thought process, like what resonates with you most from today's session. Just keep sharing your insights. What are the takeaways? And like any question that you would like to ask, let's just keep this conversation alive and let's just inspire each other to grow. Anybody who would like to share, like, what are their takeaways from today? Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, my takeaway today, as you're making this one to be an individual one, I'm inspired by people who are already here, and also some of the people that have already taken these steps of becoming entrepreneur. So my exhortation for them is to start building their own business. Idea, you already invested your money, you already have a shop, and you close down the shop. You're not going to get customers to come through. So allow that shop, open it, and keep on inviting, keep on working on your marketing idea for your customer to come in. Then you build a business empire. That's my takeaway. And that's also my exhortation to all the entrepreneurs who are on this platform today.
Thank you. Okay, my takeaway would be, like, I would like to thank everybody for like just showing up, staying always curious, and the most important thing for me, that bringing the energy to to this inspiring journey, to want to learn, basically. These are my key takeaways from today. Okay, let me just pick people randomly. Dr. Rashid, if you are able to give a comment, what are your takeaways from today?
Good morning. I just woke up. My takeaway, I've been listening anyway, not that I just joining. I joined since 5:15. My takeaway is to make sure that people I have introduced this business to should get the benefit out of it. And I hope that we will be able to convince people to believe what we are doing, because this is very important. When you are self-employed, you wake up when you want to wake up, you sleep when you want to sleep, you do anything, and you promote your business anytime you want to promote it. It is very important to be self-employed. As Dr. Sonny usually always say, you have to get freedom. Freedom is very important. So doing your own business, you have freedom to do anything you want to do and promote your business. So I will encourage all of us to make sure that when people want to join us, we should find all the best possible for them to believe what we are doing and to join us and promote the business. That's all I will say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Rashid. Okay. Next, Lee, would you like to say something? Jimna? Maxine?
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Yes, please,
Good morning,
Maxine, go ahead.
everyone. Yeah, my takeaway, I just want to say thank you very much indeed to Dr. Sunny and everyone who's contributed, and but also to share the vision with us. Dr. Sunny, thank you. Much appreciated. My takeaway, yes, I'm very curious of what you have shared, and yes, I'm still not so much on the fence so much, but obviously now sort of how do I come into this? How, you know, where do I start with this, so to speak? I've got a lot of things going on at the moment, and but it seems a really, really good opportunity. So I would love to be able to explore a bit further as to how and which way for me to come in, because I'm going through quite a lot of challenges. Some of it is a lot of time restraint and so on. Yes, so it doesn't have to be answered now on the platform, at another time when it's convenient for Dr. Sunny. So yeah, I just want to say it sounds wonderful. And as I said, I'm still open, but of course, I would love to know more about it. Yeah, for me personally, to be able to share it with others properly and so on. But thank you. God bless you.
Okay. If you just allow me just to, I think Maxine has mentioned something very, very important. And for everybody on this particular platform, as the saying goes in Chinese, it said, a journey of 1,000 miles, you start with the first step. There is nothing we're ever doing in our lifetime, whether when we want to go to university or want to start a journey, that's always going to be a smooth ride. It's never. And Martin Luther Jr. King says, he said, you don't start on the staircases because you don't know where the end result of where you're going. You have to start and start. You take step by step, coming down from those staircases. And of course, yes, you need a lot of guidance. And that's why we have this particular platform. And this platform is also designed for people who don't have a lot of time. And Maxine, you mentioned about time constraints. And this is what we're removing away from the traditional entrepreneurship journey. Entrepreneurs, they have a lot of things to cope with. They have to cope with so many things, arranging products and services, locations, finances, employing people, so many. But you don't need to do any of those because we have taken all that burden away from you. So we, like farmers, if a farmer looks at the cloud, he will never go to the farm. He will never plant. He will never cultivate. And he will never sow. He will never, nurture the the seed, and we're never going on to harvesting. So with all that noise in the background, with all that challenges and difficulties, the farmer just take that step out of where he or she is at that point in time. So my exhortation for you and for everybody listening is open your account today, right? For example, it is actually absolutely free to open an account on the platform. We simply send you a link, and that link, use that link to open an account. It's as simple as that. But you will only start receiving the benefit of all the educational systems and everything else and the referral percentages when you yourself subscribe to the platform, when you actually have your subscription paid. But to start generating publicities and attention for all other people, inviting all other people, it costs you nothing whatsoever. So that's my response to you, Maxine. And I know other people may have the same hesitation. They may have the same sentiment, the same way that you have. Start the journey today. Don't wait until things is comfortable, because it will never be. I hope that helps. Not just to you, but to every other person on the platform.
Thank you, Dr. Sun.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I think anybody who would like to comment, or are we good to wrap up for today? Okay. I think, all right, my fabulous friends, let's just wrap up today's session. We have taken a wonderful and a powerful step towards unlocking freedom, empowerment, and the limitless possibilities. Yes, the limitless possibilities with joining the Global Entrepreneurship Program. So now let's just go out there and make those bold decisions today. And remember, the world doesn't wait for anyone. So why not make it your own? So just stay fearless and stay fabulous. And as always, keep soaring high. Until next time, keep chasing those dreams and turning them into your reality. All right. We see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time. Take care, everybody.